Hello, Libra. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your July mid-month tarot and oracle card reading. This is a reading for all Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We are going to get started here with an oracle. I feel that this deck was meant to be with this tapestry. It just looks great together, doesn't it? Makes sense. All right, you have the energy of abundance. Divine beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan and open to being a vehicle for abundance. So I like that idea of releasing the ego's plan, the mind's or the personality's plan, because that's the only thing that stops us. We see people who are maybe not the greatest people in the world who have all the money, and we say, why are they getting it? That seems unfair. Why? Because they believe they should have it. And so when you can release those limitations that governor over your life, you will have abundance like nobody's business. And that can apply to other things besides money too. Love, friendships, stability. All right. Detailed Celtic cross style reading today. Current situation, the Ace of Pentacles, the immediate influence, the Five of Pentacles, let go to receive is what I hear. You've got the Chariot in your subconscious, the Six of Pentacles in the distant past, the Seven of Cups, the more recent past. Four of Cups is coming towards you. You're represented by the Hermit. You're attracting the Sun. You've got the Five of Swords in your hopes and fears. I like that. You know, there's nothing higher than an emperor. All right. The emperor rules his empire. So that's what you have in the outcome moving forward here. Now we've got the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Well, there's an ending. All right. But there's an ending, and you may have somebody or a situation that tries to come back, even if it was a job loss or something in terms of if you were trying to buy real estate and you didn't get it, and then they come back and go, oh, the other offer fell through. I feel like it's going to be on your terms. I feel like you're going to say no. I feel like you have something better coming in. And so this doing things your own way with the Hermit energy, there's no shame in that game. All right. You're walking along or marching to the beat of your own drum here. And so with the Eight of Pentacles and Eight of Wands, things are going to start moving forward, and they're going to be in a way too where, like I said, I don't feel like you're going to go back to something old. Now, if you have a new job, you're going to see that thing take off. If you start some kind of new side business, you're going to be making a lot of money. You might have to give yourself some parameters because all of a sudden it becomes fun. It's almost intoxicating with this energy. And so you say, man, look at me now. Look at me go. And that is great, but I feel like you need some balance, all right? It's important to keep that work-life balance because you're going to be off to a hot start here. I like this a lot. I even like it too with this. Even though we got the Emperor in the outcome, I don't mind him one bit, but it's just the balance of the yellow. So I feel like, especially with the subconscious, that's what you're attracting. They're trying to tell you that you are on the right track. You're making progress. You have synergy coming your way. So you're attracting the right people, and you'll know immediately who the right people are for you. And you won't say, I feel like it's one of those times you won't say yes to something that's not for you with that Four of Cups. So whether it's somebody asking you out for coffee or it's some kind of a contractor, they want your business, you won't go with them if it's not the right one. So I feel like it's a great time to trust yourself. You do have abundance. You're going to have many choices coming in. So there's no need to pick something that just isn't quite good enough. It's not up to your standards. So now is when the tables turn. Somebody who told you, we don't need your services or we don't need this, here's where they come crawling back, where things didn't work out for them and you've already moved on. I feel like with this too, you'll say, man, that was a close one. If I would have had that other situation, I wouldn't say yes to this one. You have yes, yes, yes coming in. With this energy, again, we let go to receive. That Ace of Pentacles, that big, robust energy. When you walk away from something, when you emotionally detach even more, vibrationally detached. That's when you have something new coming in. When it doesn't matter, you're now unconditional, where you say, you know what? That didn't go quite how I thought it was going to go. I was hoping for something more. I was hoping, I just almost said humping. I'm not quite sure why, but hoping for something long term. I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, that's where your luck changes for the better. You get a big offer that's going to give you more. Now, and I feel like there's kind of a bittersweet conclusion, like there's sort of a part of you that has nostalgia about what's not happening, what didn't go all the way to the distance, didn't go to the finish line, where there's a part of you that says, I wish it wouldn't have happened that way, but you know what? I have to look out for myself and I have to move on. So even if you tried to hire somebody, a friend or something, to do some work for you and it didn't work out, and you say they just couldn't do what I needed them to do and it was not a match, I feel like, again, there's that bittersweet parting with the Five of Pentacles, where you wanted it to be something it just wasn't going to be. Even with a relationship, if they come back, somebody tries to come back around, or even somebody you haven't seen in a long time and they bump into you and they've always had a crush on you or an interest in you, there's no point in them giving that away now. I mean, it's like you're already on to something new. Now, with a new person, too, you have something here. I heard it's mesmerizing. It's that intoxication we talked about with relationships, somebody who really gets you. And I feel like it's easy, it's natural. There's an unfoldment showing up. So if you're single right now with the Hermit, you just keep going because you have something coming in here. Now, with the Chariot in your subconscious, this is telling you that progress is happening, whether you can see it or not. You're going to be making gains. And sometimes those smaller wins come in because the mind finds those more palatable. As Abraham Hicks has taught for many years, it's just as easy to manifest a castle as a button. Well, buttons always seem like they're easier to find, though, don't they? So with this, too, this is driving your life. This is great because we get a lot of readings around here where it's like the Five of Swords or something, and you don't want that in your subconscious energy. Your subconscious believes that you should be a success. Your subconscious believes that you should travel, that you should have, do, or be anything. There's no limits in the subconscious. So you just see, you keep moving forward and you will see it coming in. Especially, too, I feel like with the relationships, you're going to meet somebody important here, whether it's a business contact that you're going to be with for a long, long time, or a love relationship where it feels easy, natural, and it's love. You've got big gains coming your way. So the Six of Pentacles is in the past. You may have been finding that it was kind of like running neck and neck here, right? You were just kind of making things work, but it wasn't any big gain. The Six of Pentacles is fine. It brings in the scales of balance, but it's not a huge win. It's not a huge victory. And like I said, I feel like if you were invested in something and really put a lot into it and then it turned on you or it didn't go the direction you had been promised, I feel like it may have created a little bit of confusion. Now, if you had a relationship too, where you felt like you were teammates, you felt like you were, I keep hearing Yogi Bear. I don't know why. If that's some kind of an inside joke, then so be it. Doesn't make sense to me. But if you did feel like you were friends and it was balanced and they said, no, I don't want this, it's too much like roommates or something, and it really confused you because you have something that ended that brought in a lot of confusion. You've got here the Daydreamer's Torment card. So if you've been in a bit of an out-of-body experience where it feels like you're floating through your life, daydreaming and shocked and stunned, I just feel like you're going to come out of that sooner than later. I also, like I said, the ball's going to be in your court. And so what's done is done. The damage is done. And so I do feel like you may have sort of this romanticized feeling, just a hair of it, not a lot, either about a situation or even if you're romancing the idea of a drink, if you gave up alcohol and you're kind of like, would this be more fun? I feel like with the Four of Cups, you're going to say no to something. Fours, you have two of them here, by the way, and the energy's coming towards you. Fours bring in discipline and order. And so I also feel like this is a good sign with those two fours. If you're tested in some way, I just don't feel like you're going to cave and waffle. You won't go against your own good judgment. And so anything that you're offered that's not up to your standards with these fours, especially this one, you're not going to be interested. And I just feel like you might have somebody who gives you a bit of a hard time. They say you're too picky, you're too particular. You should be. Okay, let's not settle. And so you might go through just a little bit of this, whether it's an apology or it's new people coming in that you sniff them out and go, no, not going to happen. Because I feel like what you have is the right thing in the end. So the Hermit tells you you've got Virgo, Aries, Cancer. Did we already go through this? Maybe not. But that represents you. And so it might also be a timing card as well as we get into Virgo season, which is in September, the end of August and into September. You may find that you start to have a shift, and you might have a little bit of downtime in that period where you seek solitude. Maybe you usually go out to, go to lunch with somebody, or you go into a break room and eat with people, and you find you're going off by yourself, or there's certain periods where you just want to steal some time by yourself. That solitude is a signal that things are about to take off. And so with this energy of the Hermit, you might surprise people. You might find that you go a different path. You do something that you haven't done before. You do something because you're not tethered to fear. And so when the Hermit shows up, it is a card of success. He stands on a snow-capped mountain. He's hiked, he's made a long journey, and that's you. Okay, it hasn't been for the faint of heart, but it will be worth it in the end. Now, what you're having come in here is true enlightenment. I also feel like, too, the people that you attract are going to be fun, exhilarating, uplifting people. They're successful people. They see a future with you, whether it's work or it's in terms of love. This is going to keep giving back. Now, the sun is wonderful because it illuminates everything. So if you need clarity, here's your clarity right here. And it's big and it's unavoidable. It's also a feeling of being unconditional, where you really get on a roll, where you really see things are moving forward, and it's not just a faith without sight. You're going to see the examples. In terms of a relationship, though, or in work, too, I do feel like you'll be very well received. People will look at you and say, this is a great person to have with us. This is a great love to have in my life. And they're going to be very demonstrative. I feel like you're going to get lots of accolades. So if it's been radio silence, get ready, because things are going to take a shift. Now, the Five of Swords is in your hopes and fears. You're moving on from conflict. You know that you don't have to attend every fight you're invited to. You don't have to participate in that. I heard the word malarkey. I don't say that word, but maybe you have a dear one in the past who said it. So they're just telling you with this, you've got to change. And I feel like you're going to leave behind something that's been coming back. It feels like a pattern that has been showing up that you're just done with. So ultimately, the Emperor, you're going to be thriving. You're going to be calling the shots. This is very solid. But it's also very organized, disciplined, and so there's no confusion here. And it's like the final word, the last word. He's, in terms of this too, you see those two thrones? Those are rock steady. Now, he sits in one too. It's his chariot, but you can't be pushed over. You can't be toppled over with this. So I feel like ultimately you're coming out on top. Let's take one more oracle for the good of the cause. Yes, you won't find a better time than now. So good things are happening. I love you, Libra. I'll be back again soon.